Yeah. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods and the goddesses of the earth. Yes, my reflections. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? All right. So this download, right, is gonna be about the difference between weed and alcohol, right? Because weed, right? It's even crazy that I even gotta teach this, right? It's crazy because some people don't know that weed is obviously like very good for you. So let's talk about the difference between weed and alcohol. When we're looking at weed, when you smoke it, what does it do for you? It makes you hungry, makes you want to eat more, right? It gives you a higher sex drive, makes you want to have more sex, makes you want to fuck more. It makes you want to think more, right? Because it puts you in tune with the plants. When you smoke weed, you are what you eat. When you smoke the weed, you become the plant. You become like the plant. You become more peaceful, at ease, you know? And the ganja is the color green. So that green is a frequency, right? Colors aren't just colors, they're frequencies. And the green it represents the heart chakra. So smoking weed, it enhances your heart chakra. It makes you feel more love, more emotions. Yes, even when I listen to music, I can feel more of the emotion very, very deeply within my being. You see, this is the power of ganja or cannabis, whatever you want to call it, you know? When you smoke weed, it enhances all your senses. It makes you see things better, right? It makes you feel things better. It makes you understand life on a deeper level. Because even people like Bob Marley, what do they say? He has a quote that says, when you smoke weed reveals you to yourself. When you smoke ganja, it reveals you to yourself. Because it heightens your senses and it makes you connect with your environment. It makes you realize that you are one with your environment. Because when your senses are heightened in your environment, you're like, oh shit. Every time you hear a bird move or something, you hear animal move or some kind of rodent or anything in a house, you feel like one with it. You're like, oh my God. It makes you react because you can feel like every reaction, every sound, it feels like it's a part of you. It's hitting your eardrum, right? This is the difference because when you drink alcohol, what happens? The complete opposite. You don't feel more. You actually feel less. Alcohol numbs you. That's why when people say, oh, when I drink more alcohol, I can have sex for longer, you know? Because they can't feel the pleasure as much, you know? It literally blocks off and numbs your senses. So alcohol enhances your senses. So this is why I look at alcohol as like a godly figure, a good, as good. And alcohol is bad, but like bad and it has negative side effects, right? Because when you smoke, it's enhancing your feelings. You can feel more. When you drink, you're numbing yourself. You can feel less. And when people drink, some people become very violent when they drink because you can't feel nothing. You can get in a fight, you can get beat up, you can get fucking hit hard as fuck, or you can hit somebody hard as fuck, and you won't feel it in the moment. Because when you drink alcohol, it literally numbs you. So people that want to run away from their reality, they don't want to face things, they're dealing with too much things, they're stressed out, they like to drink because it numbs the body out. It's almost like a painkiller, but this is not good for the body, right? Instead, you should be looking for a healthy outlet, right? Because when you smoke weed, it influences you to eat better foods, okay? When you're supposed to eat better foods and do more healthy things, more natural things like eating, sleeping, relaxing, and having sex, fucking. These are all natural things. All animals in nature do this. So when you smoke weed, it makes you do these things, right? These three things, you know? And this is what makes it so natural and organic. But you want to be smoking organic weed, of course, you know? Not that GMO, chemical, factory shit, right? Because that shit's not good either, right? But alcohol, what do? They add chemicals to it. They have alcohol in it, which dehydrates the body, okay? Alcohol literally dehydrates the body. So why are you drinking something that's literally taking away a part of you, one of the most important parts of yourself, which is water? Okay, we're 75, 80% water, right? If it's taking all that away from your body, it's obviously something you're not supposed to be drinking, right? But if you want to go on a deeper level, right? Let's go deep, right? I say weed is like God, right? And alcohol is like the devil. But aren't I God and the devil? Yes. Yes, I am. I am both God and the devil. Even in the Bible, it says God has created both good and evil. He's created all things. Without him, nothing can be done, right? So he must have created evil. I must have created good and evil, and I am God and the devil, right? So if I say alcohol is the devil and weed is like God, right? You know, sometimes I still do drink sometimes, but very little. I don't drink a lot. It's here and there, and I drink a little bit because I limit myself, right? Because I know even in every bad thing, there's something good inside of it because it's the yin yang. Inside the good, there's inside the good there's bad, and inside the bad there's good. Just like in the yin yang symbol, it has the white and then it has the black dot, and then it has the black and then it has the white dot in the middle, right? Because it's showing you that there's good inside of bad and there's bad inside of good. So when I drink alcohol, it's rarely and it's every now and then and it's not much, right? Because I can still get some kind of feeling out of it, and it does give you a nice vibe and relax you, right? But it's technically not good for you. But too much of anything is not good for you, right? So in this world we created, we want to experience everything. We want to experience good, bad, sad, mad, happy, all the emotions. So that's why I say it's not like something is always completely bad or completely good. So there's a balance. So I take a little bit of alcohol and I smoke a lot of ganja, because ganja is the good side. Ganja, I can smoke forever. It will always make me feel good and feel healthy and feel happy. I even have asthma, right? But when I smoke, and I'm in Africa with this high quality oxygen that I have, and I'm living by the ocean, right? Then guess what? I can smoke, because when I smoke, it doesn't even affect me that much. Because usually when I was in the States and I smoked a lot, I would start wheezing and wheezing and wheezing. But now I can smoke every day, all the time, right? And I'm still good. I don't even wheeze or nothing because the oxygen's so clean. It's constantly cleaning my lungs and I'm good. So I look at smoking ganja as a very good thing. And it is, because it makes you think more. When you smoke ganja, it opens up your pineal gland, opens up your third eye. It literally makes you think more, and it expands your imagination. Oh my goodness. Because look, the woman is creativity. The man is logic, structure, order, the blueprints, what we call the boring part, the zeros and ones, right? The structure and order, like of a house. It's just there and it's just there. It's nothing else crazy to it. It's just simple, right? And then the woman is like the creative side, the imagination, the chaos, the randomness, the abstract art, right? That's the woman. And that's what the ganja plant is. The weed plant is a feminine plant. It's a creative plant. So when you smoke ganja, this is why a lot of artists, they smoke ganja, they smoke weed, and they become so creative. They can make all kinds of songs and they can make all kinds of art, right? Even me, I write songs and make my freestyles. You've seen some of them, right? And I'm usually, sometimes I'm high when I'm doing this. I smoke all the time now, so I probably was high when I was doing it. So it's a very creative energy. Just like tobacco, the tobacco leaf is a masculine plant. So when you smoke tobacco, it makes you feel a little bit more grounded, right? This is the difference. This is the difference. So if you know how masculine and feminine energies work, then you know that ganja is a very powerful drug. Not a drug. Let me not call it a drug. When they say drug, they say mind altering. So smoking weed, if it's mind altering, which it is, you can call it a drug. But it's not a drug, it's a herb, man. It's a herb, it's a healing herb. But it does alter the mind, but in a good way. It enhances the mind. But it does do damage to the mind when you're smoking GMO weed. Yes, because then it's mutating your mind, because that's not an organic place. It doesn't come from an organic place. Here in Africa, they don't have all these chemicals and all these labs and everything. So the ganja that I smoke is straight natural, organic. Every time I smoke weed and I get weed, it has seeds in it, okay? That's how you know it's natural, right? Organic. so I can smoke as much of it as I want, and I'm gonna feel relaxed. I'm gonna be able to think. I'm gonna be able to go read, you know, do something that's for me and my time. But I also think, and it makes me want to do things that are purposeful as well. When you drink alcohol, you do nonsense. You do things that are not purposeful, right? You do things that are just out of nowhere and don't make sense because it makes you think less. Oh my God, it's like the complete opposite of weed. Alcohol literally makes you think less. It like shuts off your brain. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and then I'll think about the consequences later after I'm done with this. And then people black out. They don't even remember the night and what happened before last night. They don't even know what happened last night. Why are you drinking alcohol if you don't even know what happened last night, man? This is what I think to myself. Why do people do this? You know, people that do this is usually because they have some kind of trauma, and when they smoke weed, it opens up their imagination so much that it makes them think about all the trauma they went through, and they don't know how to handle it. Some people don't know how to handle it. But when you drink alcohol, it turns off your brain. So it's like you don't even see any of your traumas. You don't feel nothing. You're just living in the moment. You're doing whatever the fuck you want, right? And this is not good because you're trying to suppress your emotions and hide them away. Ganja, when you smoke weed, it actually enhances your emotions. It makes you feel more of what it is that you need to work on and what traumas you have went through, anything that you need to deal with. It makes you feel it more. So now you can understand it more. When you can feel something more, you can understand it more because feeling is knowing. You see? So this is the power of ganja. This is why ganja is the healing of the nation. So if you're an alcoholic, man, just know you're doing your temple very, very, very wrong, and it's not helping you. You need to smoke some ganja. Whether you haven't tried it before or not, you need to try it. All right? If you're drinking, people drink alcohol and never even tried weed before. Some people smoke cigarettes and never tried weed before. That shit is crazy to me sometimes, you know? But I guess we were all at that kind of point at some time, because at one point in high school, maybe I didn't even think that weed was a good thing because I seen people smoking it. So I don't know. Things like that, okay, I can understand. But it's easy to see. Look at the patterns. You see when people drink alcohol, they get into car crashes. They beat their wives. They do some crazy shit, man. They kill somebody. Or they have unprotected sex with the wrong person. You see? Because they're not thinking. When you smoke ganja, you actually sit back and you think. It makes you slow down. It literally makes life slow motion. And you slow down. And you think before you act. Think before you act. This is an intelligent person. Because even in chess, when you play chess, you have to think before you act. Okay? Alcohol makes you not want to think. It numbs the body. It actually cancels out your feelings and emotions. This is not good. Okay? Don't hide from yourself. Don't run from yourself. Face yourself. Smoking ganja makes you face yourself. This is why some people are afraid to smoke it. Okay? So you gotta deal with your own shit. But yeah, that was a nice little short video about the difference between alcohol and weed and why you should use one or the other. And maybe sometimes how you can balance the two, like I do sometimes. But yeah, simple download. Peace to the gods. Y'all stay healthy and stay happy. Yeah. Y'all can check out this view again. Wow. That's all me. This is all being created by my mind, by the way, because I'm God. Yeah. I'm an imagination. I'm a character inside of your mind. Right now, you're imagining me. I'm a dream character in your mind. You could never get rid of me because I'm you. Forever. Anyways, peace to the gods. Y'all have a good one. I love myself very dearly. That means I love you because you're me. Yep. You're